Something that was really hard for me going through chronic illness and the healing process was always with the symptoms, right? They take away from an aspect of life and something that we can't do, right? They limit our human experience on what we really want to be doing, right? That's the hardest thing with chronic illness. And a specific area for me was I wanted to help people in the way that I know that I could help people. Like I wanted to put in energy and make sure I go the extra step to make sure that my clients and everyone that I was able to help got the most help from me as they possibly could. But there are times when I could not do that because I was so exhausted and I had so many debilitating neurological symptoms, so much intense brain fog, so much confusion, so much ADHD, so much lack of focus, so much leg weakness, body weakness, heart palpitations, tingling, numbness, skin on fire, psoriasis on my face, and just so exhausted to the point where I couldn't give any ounce of energy to extra, right? To my clients, to people online, to this world that I was creating for myself, right? I had so many people DMing me and to my wife, right? And to my stepkids, to my family. I didn't have the energy to give. And that could leave me with feelings of feeling not enough, right? Or not good enough, or empty, or not fulfilled. And it was so important for me to drop all of that and put all of my energy into myself because it wasn't my fault that I was experiencing that. And if I hold on to the ego and needing those things to feel whole and to make, yeah, we deserve our full health to be able to enjoy those things, absolutely. But through the process there's so much lessons that help us expand ourselves, and it's about what serves us in the moment. It's different for everyone in every moment. And I channeled that energy into deep self-love and deep compassion for myself and fully letting go of those. And I'd say I'm doing the best I can. I am not this person that I know I am right now, but I'm learning how to love myself in this place, and I choose myself, and I deeply fill myself up with positive affirmations, and I hold myself sincerely with love, and I tell myself it's okay. It's okay to be experiencing that. It's okay to not be able to give all that energy. It's okay to be able to not do those. Those are the things that I wanted to do, right? And it hurt that I couldn't do them. And so I let that go, though. I let go of needing to do that in that moment, and I focus back onto I visualize myself, and tell myself I will be able to do all of those things in the future on God's timing, once my body's done cleansing, once I'm ready to be able to do those. But right now, if I can't do those, I'm not meant to be doing them. I trust God's timing, and I just come back to deep self-love, right? And putting myself first, right? And validating my own experience so that I could feel peaceful and feel deeply heard and supported by myself. And that is God, right? I'm stepping into the energy of God, right? Because that you shouldn't feel like you're not enough. You shouldn't feel like you have to do more when you're that type of exhausted, when it's not even your fault that you're there, right? So you have to be the one to validate yourself and support yourself exactly where you're at, or else just the torment of not being able to do those things and be the person that you know you are, right, will create you to suffer more, right? And create you to be in ego and resistance and fear and frustration that drain the adrenal glands, that create acidic adrenaline. And it's not love, it's not peace, and it dysregulates the nervous system, which can throw off your healing. And it doesn't feel good to be in that space, right? It feels so good. I swear to God, it's just the most amazing feeling when you validate yourself and you allow yourself to feel your feelings and be with yourself and hold yourself in that space when you're in a hard place, and to fully just surrender into God's hand, to let go and let God while you create wholeness and self-validation and choosing yourself when you really need it. And what you're doing is you're filling yourself up. with love, right? When you're in a hard place, right? Because if that's not there, then you end up feeling empty. You got to fill yourself up with self love through that place. And then the belief that what you're going through is temporary. So you have to be taking actions in your cleansing process and this mental, emotional, spiritual work, right? Through this process. If not, you deplete yourself, right? The world will suck from you and it will take from you, right? So this is how you move through those feelings and those emotions, right? And the disconnection you're experiencing and the symptoms that are taking away from the life that you will be living again, or that you once lived. And to me, I didn't live this life before, but I became a different version of myself. And then those were new struggles that came with having the chronic symptoms that were limiting me, but I was taking every action that I possibly could be to heal, right? And that I knew that it was going to take time. So I had to show up for myself like that every day, being able to do my client sessions, connect with people online, live my life with my wife and stepkids and family in a balanced way that wasn't going to take from my healing, right? Because if you're doing anything that's going to take from your healing, you have to create then change, make some sacrifices in your life so that you can heal. You have to put yourself first and what you need, right? Because ain't nobody gonna validate you through that, right? Some people might see it as selfish or right, avoidance, right, of other things, but it doesn't matter what the hell other people think, right? It matters what you're doing for yourself. Because you're drained with these chronic symptoms, right? They drain you, and you need energy and brain function, physical and brain and a mental and emotional function in this life to be an impactful human being and to be able to live the best life that you can with love and joy from the inside. You have to have those things, and when they're taken away from you, life gets really hard. So you have to know how to navigate that. And that's turning inward with what do you need and holding yourself in that space with such deep self-validation for where you're at and love, deep love. That's a choice. You're choosing God, right? And you're filling yourself with God because God is love, right? And what that's doing is that is growing inside of you. Now, can you imagine once you start healing, the love that you have, because that's what you just chose for yourself every day. And the more you fill yourself up with that, that's what you want for others, right? And realizing that other people have to find that themselves, but your purpose is going to find you when your time is right in the way that you can support live the life that you deserve to live, and then also help serve God in the way that the source, God, universe wants you to live, right? And that will be a very passionate experience for you, and you're going to help a lot of people with that, but you'll do it now with joy and love on the other side of your suffering. So there's purpose to going through pain and challenging experiencing and putting yourself first and choosing yourself in that space so you can grow that within you. And then when the time comes, when you heal the brain, you heal the physical body, and you have the energy and strength, you get to give all of that back. But now you're going to feel so good doing that. And that's where I'm coming to now in my healing, is I get to do that. I get to feel that because I did it for myself for so long, and I needed to. Nobody else was going to do it. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's going to love you every second through it and validate you through it. No, that has to be found within yourself, and that's what creates wholeness. This is what I want you guys to focus on: self-validation, self-love, focusing on what serves you to heal, making the sacrifices in your life to put yourself first so that you can heal. And so if you're a mom or a dad, right, and you have a lot, and you've got kids, right, that you're supporting, you got to find a healthy balance and understanding that you're not going to be able to be the mom or dad that you want to be unless you have your full health. So that means there has to be sacrifice and faith with those sacrifices that you will get to that place, right? So there's so much to learn. Everyone's process is so different and unique, but keep putting your healing first, putting yourself first, because you deserve it. You deserve to have your full health, and it's not your fault that you're here and you're suffering, but it's what you do with your suffering. It's how you move through your suffering that matters, right? Creating the love and the faith to help get you to the other side, because that's what it's about, fully healing. And that's possible with love and faith and cleansing your liver with fruits and vegetables and the medical meaning of information day in and day out for as long as it takes.